Hey everyone, this podcast is sponsored by VideoCurationPro.com. I know the developer of this pretty awesome product, and I can tell you this dude is legit. He's been working online since 1995. He refers to himself as the software automation king, and I believe him. If you don't believe me, ask him. I'm sure he'll tell you himself. Anyways, this podcast is all about video marketing, what it's about, what's achievable, and Cliff throws in some awesome power tips that you can utilize straight away. Anyways, it's been great to have you here again. I really appreciate the wonderful feedback on this podcast, so thank you. Here we go. Everyone, Peter Drew here, and welcome to the Peter Drew podcast. This podcast is all about video marketing, and we're very lucky to have Cliff Carrigan here. Cliff, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Peter. Thanks, man. Thanks for inviting me.
Mate, it's a real honor to have you here. I met you online through developing my own software, which is called Video Curation Pro, which isn't released yet. But as a part of that process of getting into the software, I did my research, and luckily I came across you, and which is cliffcarrigan.com. And I purchased, you've got 3 products there, but I purchased the YouTube Power Slam, and I started reading your content. And before I read your content, there's a short video of yourself talking, and straight away, I was about to say fell in love with you. That would not be true. I had not fallen in love with you, but what I loved about your video was it was like anti-marketing. It was a guy being honest, and it's so rare to come across people like that in the internet marketing community. You were just straight talking, and then I read. That's what made me buy your content. Then I started reading your content, and mate, it was just legit, fair income, a guy talking to a guy, real content. And so I had to find you, which I did, and here we are. So what I wanted to do is get you on my podcast so I can introduce you to my listeners, and we can talk about video marketing. So we'll start off with what got you into video marketing, and how long have you been doing it now?
First, Peter, I got to tell you, man, I've been a fan of yours a long time. So all the nice things you just said about me, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. But I've been following your software for a long time. I've been a huge fan. So I just want to say that and get it out there so that.
Oh, thank you very much.
So it's out there. Actually, man, now I've been video marketing for several years, and what got me into it, it's a little bit silly, but I have cats, okay?
Yeah.
And I love cats. And I had several years ago, I had caught one of my cats doing something silly on video. I put it on YouTube, and it went viral. Now, this was in the early days of YouTube, before Google even owned it. And it had went viral, and I'm just sitting there looking at it, and I'm thinking, holy smoke, man! If I could do this on purpose, I'd be rich. And
wow.
Now I've got to tell you, I never had another video go viral. Never had another one. But along the process, I learned that you don't need necessarily a video to go absolutely viral to still do very well with it.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was my weird start into video marketing right there.
Excellent. I love stories like that. And so what have you learned about video marketing along the process, from starting off with the viral cat video to where you are now? Because look, I know through reading your content, it's extensive. So what can you tell me about that?
Well, the biggest thing that I try to let people know in my own course, Peter, is that really it's not as difficult as a lot of people will make it out to be. Now, that's not to say that it's just absolutely simple, but it's really not all that difficult either once you really grasp the foundational concepts of what you're doing and how the market interacts with that. And it's it's really not difficult at all. If as long as you stick to your foundation, you can pretty much do anything you want in video marketing.
And that's in terms of going for different strength of markets. Well, actually, one thing that I think I can share with people that I read in your course was that the YouTube algorithm is kind of like Google was about 2 or 3 years ago. Is that a fair comment?
Right, yeah, it is.
Well, I can confirm that it is, because using some of the strategies that I learned in your course are actually working really, really well. And I'm using the bare essentials because I'm using those techniques in my software, and and in my PDF that goes with the software, and just using the basic strategies and the software, these videos that we're pumping out are ranking really well. And speaking of that, I'd just like to say that after purchasing your product, I was invited into your Skype group. It's the first time I've been in a Skype group ever, and I've heard a lot of people talking about being in Skype groups, and I was very happy to find out that they're an awesome bunch of people, and you've got a really nice community feeling there. Whenever people log on, they log on and say good morning, and a whole bunch of people reply. I'm not that active in it, though I see the relationships that have been formed in that Skype group, and very, very impressed. You've done an awesome job collecting a whole bunch of really nice people, which leads me into you and I discussed what I'm doing with the software, and you are more than welcome to let me ask for reviewers in this group. And I got these awesome people reviewing my software, like real pros, and I'm learning more from them than what I learned from you in the course, to be honest. These people are awesome. And I've lost my train of thought about using the basics, yeah. Just the basics that I learned and implemented in the software are performing really well.
Right. Now, the thing about that group is that most of these people started out at an absolute zero-sum point. And as they went through the course, through my course, and they had used that as a springboard, and they just continued their education, most of the people in that group, they're no longer my students. They are my peers. They can rank videos as well as I can. And I also learn from these people on a regular basis. And I know that you did get some of the truly top performers in that group, and had them working with you, kind of reviewing your software and giving you feedback.
Yep.
And yeah, I have to say, and I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to be salesy or anything, because I'm on your
podcast,
your podcast, but I have to say, man, I have never seen anything this powerful in the YouTube community in all my years on it. This software you've been working on it's mind-blowing to me, which leads me to a question, if I may.
Sure.
Man, what got you started in making YouTube-related software anyways?
Well, it's interesting. I've kind of got a story too, which is, well, about 6 months ago, one of my staff here, Cole, said, Pete, we need to make a simple Instagram video software. Download videos, images from Instagram, turn it into a video, upload to YouTube. And I said, yeah, when we get around to it, we will. But in the meantime, I kind of forgot about it. But in the meantime, this new app came out. Twitter released this new app in January called Vine. And I've developed a lot of apps in my time, most of them unsuccessful. I've blown a lot of money on developing apps, but some successful ones as well. And I've always been into video. And what blew me away with Vine is that they're only 6-second videos, but the magic in this app is it only records when you tap the screen, and you can, within 6 seconds, I've tested it, you can tap it 100 times, so you can get 100 edits into a 6-second video. And like Vine, first there was Twitter, short messages, then there was Instagram as social social picture sharing, and now Vine is the next iteration of short videos and social media. And I saw I got the app, and I saw some of the popular ones, and by putting that restriction in place of 6 seconds, it's amazing what creative people can do within 6 seconds. Some absolute awesome content. And so in my mind, I came up with the idea of creating a service to compile people's 6 second vines into one long compilation. And so you get 6 seconds of this, 6 seconds of that, and producing really creative stuff and putting this out there to the community and see what they thought. So, we've got the resources here to do that. So I created a YouTube channel. Actually, prior to that, I've been studying up on YouTube channels and seeing how much money there is to be made in YouTube channels, particularly popular ones. And I saw a documentary called, I bought it on chill.com, I can't remember. It's called Please Subscribe, I think it's called. And that really got me into YouTube. So the combination of Vine, I wanted to get into YouTube, so I came up with a service called Your Week in Vines that scrapes people's Vine videos from their Twitter feed, compiles them into one compilation per week, and then tweets them, here is your Vine compilation. And people absolutely love it. My channel's just, in under 2 months, just broken the 200,000 views. It's a long-term project. I want to get it up to 1 or 2 million views a month, and we're progressing nicely along that way. And look, I really love this project.
Man, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you say this just so relaxed and nonchalant, but man, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal what you're saying here.
Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Interrupt anytime. Like the previous 24 hours, not this 24 hours, the one before, we broke 21,000 views in one day. And it's the system that I created is 100% automated. It just sits there on a laptop. It's got its own internet connection. It does everything automated. And what's a really good stat, we just broke the 200,000 minutes of video views on this channel in just under 2 months. And so it's 200,000 minutes, and each minute is 10 vines. So we've just broken the 2 million Vine views on my YouTube channel. So I think that's really awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so the software, my channel has got user-generated unique content being pumped into it 24/7. It's just growing every day. So I think give it 12 months, it'll be a bit of a powerhouse, I think, and I'll figure out what to do with it then. So getting back to Cole and his Instagram software, and now we've produced this system that pumps this software that collates, works with Twitter, works with Vine, works with YouTube, and totally automated. So now I've got all this code that I can use for something else. And I said, Cole, what was that thing you wanted? And we had a meeting, we sat down, we thought, what can we do? So then I got into doing some research about what's on the market. I've seen a couple emails come through from Warrior Forum about little video softwares that do X, Y, and Z. I couldn't remember what it was. So I did some research to find out on the internet what the current status of video software is. And there were some softwares that curated content and produced a video on your hard drive. There were other services that uploaded videos to YouTube, but there wasn't one that did everything, in one excuse me, in one software. So I thought, great, we've got a product. And then I did more research. That's when I found you and bought your product, and then that kind of really opened my eyes up to what the potential was here. And then through feedback through your staff, not your staff, your people in your group, and more research, and I've been automating stuff with software for since I don't know, forever, nearly, I don't know, over 15 years. And so I used my brain and found all these opportunities to kind of mash everything into one software. And what I've been kind of learning more and more the last 3 years is how to make a simple wizard operation so it's easy for people to use. And I think we've achieved it quite well. So, like Sandy from your group, the first time I released the batch operation method, which means that you can just load up as many keywords as you like and start the software, and it will just pump out, it'll source content, create a video, and then upload it to YouTube. She was the first one who did that. And hang on, let me find her little comment. She posted in the Facebook group. It was beautiful. She typed, "Make money while you sleep with VCP. Left running overnight, and it made 98 videos from local images. Woohoo!" She said, "Maybe would have made all 100, but I stopped it after the first because I forgot to set my desired category." And then she put a screen capture of a channel with 100 videos. And straight after that, she posted that by the time the software was finished producing the videos, the first ones that she created were ranking on YouTube already. So when I saw that, I knew we were onto a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sandy doesn't. Sandy's one of those real blatant and blunt people, and also one of the best video marketers I know. She doesn't just go around throwing around praise unless unless it really, really deserves it. So that's a big deal, man.
Mate, I didn't know who Sandy was until I saw people talking about her in your group today. I was just observing the chat go past, and she's legit, and I didn't know. She is so nice. I think she was a software tester in a previous life, because she tests everything. And if something doesn't work, she will work it backwards until she finds out what doesn't work, and then she tells me, and I tell Max, and it's fixed. Like, she is awesome. I love that woman.
Extremely thorough individual, that's for sure.
So now I've got you here. We've got our listeners who would love to get some tips about what they can learn from us in terms of getting their videos to rank better after listening to this podcast. Have you got any suggestions?
Well, I do. First, I would like to say that the fact is, you've, and I hate to say this, but I feel like your software has almost made my own YouTube course obsolete, because you pretty much, automated most of the things that I teach. So, dang, Drew, you're killing me here, man.
Oops, no, that's not true, because let me say this: while I'm reading your course, I started taking notes into a text file, as I always do, and I thought, I can't do this. This is stealing Cliff's content. So I made a conscious decision. I'm going to use the bare minimum, and I wanted to collaborate with you 100% and bring your content into my membership and let all my members know that if you want to do really well, you've got to get Cliff stuff. And actually, let me pull up what I've written in my PDF. Where is it? I'm here. Oh, hang on. Bear with me. Documents. PDF, there it is. I'm just going to read out what I've put in my PDF. Scrolling down, where is it? Control F. Cliff. Okay, I'm just going to read out exactly what I put in my PDF. As part of my research into VCP, I was fortunate to come across a man called Cliff Carrigan, who is the true go-to man when it comes to anything related to YouTube marketing. After ordering his PowerSlam 2 product, I sat down and started reading his information and watching his videos. Straight up, I like the guy. He's a straight talker and none of the fluff is usually associated with internet marketing products. His content blew me away, so I contacted Cliff on Skype, and he was available, which is rare these days. Told him who I was and what we were creating. I had a video demo of the software we created in its basic form already, and he was blown away to get such great feedback from one of the main leaders. Geez, I need to rewrite my stuff. Anyway, a great new relationship was formed through mutual appreciation of each other's products. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Anyway, Getting back to the strategy supplied in the software, I've implemented by default strategies that will rank your videos very well right out of the box for easy to medium competition terms. So obviously using the software you can go extremely wide with and cover hundreds of related terms for your chosen term very easily using link wheel supply and geo-targeting, etc. It is entirely possible to use this software to rank for very competitive terms in YouTube using strategies supplied in Cliff's course. I'm a member of Cliff's, and it would not be very ethical of me to just copy and paste all the information he's learned over the years into this document, though they are real, and I highly recommend you purchase his product at a very inexpensive price. Get it here, and now I've got your link. So that's why I wanted to collaborate with you, so the people who get into my membership have all bases covered, and your products are so inexpensive, so why not? I think it's perfect.
Man, I really appreciate that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and give your folks, your listeners, a couple of little nuggets that are not really well known out in the video marketing marketplace. You ready?
Mate, that would be awesome. Yep, you bet.
Okay. It's just two things, and it has to do with channel names.
Okay.
You know, if you go to one of your own videos on YouTube and you see over in the right-hand side all those related videos, you know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Absolutely.
Actually, if you will kind of make a list of your own competitors, if you put their channel name down in your description, when somebody goes to YouTube and lands on one of their videos, then your videos will start showing over there on the related
on the right-hand side
channels, right?
Wow.
So you can really take a video that's not ranked anywhere in Google or in YouTube and basically put your video right there on that related section and just sponge off your competitors' traffic in a major way. I have videos that get very substantial traffic just off of the related videos side because they,
Dude,
I'm
onto that. I'm doing that tonight with my Your Week in Vines because there's a couple of guys who are copying my stuff and I want to get my traffic back.
Yeah, that's a way to do it. A lot of my competitors spend a ton of money, for example, in they're advertising through Google on AdWords and stuff, and so they're paying all this money, and I just come in there and just put their channel name into my description, and I start getting all their paid traffic for free. So
wow, man, that's the power of information. So I hope everyone's appreciating this. Yep.
So that's one, and that's a pretty good one. Another one that I do is I protect myself from that happening to me. And the way you'll do it is when you create your own video, if you'll go ahead and you put your own channel name down there in your description.
Yep.
Now, if somebody shows up to your video on YouTube, now instead of showing mostly other people's videos in the related section, it's going to end up showing a list of your own videos over in the related section. So, so what you've done here is they're seeing this video, they're seeing your other videos, so the odds are extremely high that they're going to click away when they do click away to one of your other videos, which keeps them in your loop longer, gives you more opportunity to do whatever you're trying to achieve, whether it's list building or affiliate sales, local marketing, doesn't matter. I mean, it's keeping them in your loop even longer.
Mate, that is awesome. So is that the full URL to the video, the full channel URL, or is it just the name of the channel?
Just the channel name.
Wow.
That's it. It's a real powerful thing that again, there's people that know about it, but most people don't. So it can be used very effectively for driving traffic and for keeping your own traffic inside your own loop.
Mate, that's awesome. That is. My brain's going 100 miles an hour now with Your Week in Vines because I've noticed that when I view my videos, I'm not getting the related ones up there, and I thought that was strange because other people I've seen. When I'm viewing other people's videos, I see their videos down the side, and I was wondering why mine weren't, and now I know. Mate, that's awesome.
Well, good. I'm glad it was. I'm glad it was something you're going to be able to use, something you like.
So have you got any examples of videos ranking well, so people know that? Um,
Well, I
oh,
do. I actually, I, I'm sort of greedy. I protect the niches that I'm in, but
yep, yep.
people do, especially since I do have several video courses, video related courses. People will ask me, well, how can I rank for this? How can I rank for that? Because they're, you have some people that are local marketers, some people
Hmm.
that's just in massive niches and so on, and they want to know how to do it and how it would pertain to them. So I create a lot of videos that I'll rank in the top of Google for pretty competitive stuff that I don't,
Is that Google
I,
search engine or YouTube?
no, Google search engine.
Right, awesome.
I don't bother ranking in YouTube. I don't really have any interest with it because for the things that I do, it's Google. That's where I
Awesome.
want
Okay.
that video to show up is in Google.
Perfect. Yep.
So that's what I do. So I do have several examples of just of various types of keywords that I rank in the top of Google for
Hmm. Hmm.
on different things. That, for example, um, weight loss methods, the real solution. Okay, this was something that there was a man in my course that was in the weight loss niche, and he was just saying, Cliff, it can't be done. That niche is just it's too saturated. You can't get anything done.
Right.
So I took about 15 minutes and showed him that, yeah, well, there I am. I'm ranked in the very top of the Google search results for this keyword phrase, and this is 35,600,000 results. And
Wow.
it only takes a few minutes when you have a structured core foundation that you're using in your videos. This is going to
Hmm.
work. It's going to work well, you did it in your software. You know that it works. Just about anything you put out there, it's going to rank for you. So that was the weight loss niche
Wow.
that I did there. Um,
Which is notoriously one of the most competitive niches online. Yeah.
right. Everybody says it's one of the most difficult. I have a hard time believing that. It doesn't seem difficult at all to me. Um,
Awesome.
there, local marketers. I get I get a lot of local marketers, and it seems like the two dominant things that local marketers, the really aggressive ones, like to go after is
Hmm.
dentists and attorneys.
Okay.
So I had created one for, best cosmetic dentist San Antonio, San
Hmm.
Antonio, Texas. So I created that, and of course it ranked. It ranked the top video on the page for it
Hmm.
on the first page of Google.
Yep.
And the thing is, when you're doing this right, of course, you end up ranking for more than just the keyword that you put in. For example,
Yep.
I ranked this video for the exact phrase "best cosmetic dentist San Antonio."
Hmm. Hmm.
However, I popped in there and looked today, and I just typed in "dentist San Antonio," and sure enough, there's my video on the very top results. This is the kind of stuff that local marketers are really going for. So we're able to
Nice,
show
man.
that
Very
that
nice.
that yeah,
Actually,
you can rank for this stuff. It's not
Actually,
really
one
difficult.
thing I learned about ranking, particularly for local, was one guy was saying that he got the rankings and he built the video. He handed over the channel to this guy, and this guy stopped paying. So this guy has decided he'll always retain the ownership of his channel and rent these listings to people. And additionally, I would take that one step further. Instead of putting the content in the video, like the contact phone number or contact details, I'll put them in the title and the description. And if anyone stops paying, it's easy to find someone else who wants that number one ranking, and you can edit your title and description to suit, and that's just gold. So many people have, over the years, have lost money with generating leads by handing over ownership to their clients. And I learned a long time ago, you've got to retain ownership of everything. And this is a simple way to do it with YouTube, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. There's so many, as many ways as there are to rank videos, you have just as many ways to protect yourself because, I mean, it's the world, and the world is a dog-eat-dog place, and if you give somebody too good of an opportunity to, to take your hard work away, they will. So I'm with you. Retain ownership, unless they're just really paying through the nose, to where you don't need it.
Actually, there is one term that I know you rank for, and I'm kind of jealous, and I think we might have to get into a competition at some point in time. But the term that you're ranking number one for is world's best internet marketer. And when you told me that, a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was just awesome, man. World's best internet marketer.
That was just one of those fun things to do, just one of the funny things. That one, if you do the search world's best internet marketer, that has about 132 million results. And
I just pulled it up before our podcast, and it's 141 million. Yeah.
Okay, and I ranked a 19-second video in about 15-20 minutes, and it had came about.
Awesome.
I was having a discussion with another professional level video marketer, and things went how they went, and it was funny and entertaining, and so I ranked that video there while we were having our discussion, and it was just one of those fun things, it doesn't have any real value. It's just neat that once you understand the foundation of video marketing, you can pretty much just rank for anything you want. I'll give you another example. That one was fun. That was
absolutely
fun. I had somebody ask me about ranking on the first page of Google, and I told them, well, everything that I do in video is about ranking on the first page of Google. Mm-hmm. He said, well, when I type that in, I don't see you there. So I went ahead and I ranked a video on the very first video. Well, it's the first and third video, it looks like, but for the keyword phrase, first page Google ranking. That's the top.
Hang on, just let me type that in.
Okay.
First page Google ranking. Oh, there you go. YTPowerslam.com.
Right.
Right in the description. Very nice.
So, I mean, you can still use video for SEO-related things very easily if you have a service or product that you're offering that is SEO-related, because over the years I've found out that people do go and search for that phrase quite often. I mean, it's nothing major, but they do search for it quite often, and it's good to have something there.
I'm just thinking aloud. Once I get my membership established, I think probably in a month after that, I'll put up a cash prize to rank for a specific term and create a competition within the membership. But the deal will be whoever wins needs to share what they did to get the cash prize, and whatever the cash prize is, I know I'll